the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. We're having ourselves a pretty good day today, a little bit on the soggy side. We'll get into some of those rainfall amounts in just a moment. We broadcast this morning from Radio Center, where Lake Alpha, I like to call it, the parking lot, is about half underwater right now. Matthew Lester along with me here at Radio Center. You needed your water wings to get into the studio today?
Yeah, I think a jet ski or a boat would have helped more though.
I think so. It was pretty crazy out there. Started the morning off, as many of you did, in the at least the southern half, maybe southern 2/3 of the Lower Peninsula, with quite a bit of rain in the gauges. Northern Michigan not seeing as much. Matter of fact, northern Michigan right now, Matthew, is reporting partly to mostly sunny skies, and they're warmer up there than what we are here. Currently, what do we have?
Well, over at the airport, we have light rain at 66 degrees. In Midland, we have cloudy also at 66. Here at Radio Center, we have light rain at 64. We have east winds at 7 miles per hour, and our pressure for the day is 29.88, and it's rising.
We'll have a combination of east, northeast, and then eventually north winds as we go through the day. That north breeze will be around tonight, more than likely before midnight, and it'll become westerly overnight after midnight, and then tomorrow it'll be southwesterly, which means warmer temperatures, clearer skies, and plenty of sun. So we'll be able to handle that. Rainfall amounts, and again, these are official rainfall amounts. Many times you've had more in your gauge than what these are, but just to kind of give you an idea, southeast Michigan, the Ann Arbor area, just under an inch of rain reported. Detroit at Metro Airport, right around 1.2. Bishop Airport in Flint had just under an inch and a half in the gauge there. Pontiac was looking at about 2/3 of an inch. MBS International looking at 1.3 inches of rain. And again, as I said, we're looking at rain gauges with a little bit more than that. Matter of fact, in Midland itself, we were looking at quite a bit of precipitation. In some cases, looking at close to 1.75 inches over in the Midland area. Auburn reported just under an inch. Over in Huron County, they didn't get nearly as much, about 1/3 of an inch from Bad Axe, Fillion, and Port Austin, the reporting stations there. But Saginaw County, a little bit different. The Frankenmuth area, about 1.4. Saginaw at a couple of different locations looking at 1.6. Tuscola County, Vassar, 1 1/10 inch. Cass City, 1/3 of an inch. And Carroll reporting just a little bit better than 1/2 inch. So that gives you an idea where the precipitation pattern began to drop off, not only in Huron County, but in eastern sections of Tuscola County and Sanilac County, where Lexington reported 1/4 of an inch. Shiawassee County, Owasso officially 2.1. We have had some reports of close to 3 inches in and around that Owasso area. Durand was looking at 1.6. Lapeer had about 6/10 of an inch, but Algonac, St. Clair County, 1.7 inches of rain. Ortonville in Oakland County, 1 3/4 inch. Macomb County, Richmond, 1.5. Washtenaw County, so we're beginning to get a little bit further into the southeastern part of the state. You're looking at rainfall amounts of anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1.2 inches. Tipton and Tecumseh in Lenawee County looking at close to 1.5 inches there, and Dundee looking at 1.4 inches. Now, a little bit closer to home, Standish had just under 9/10 of an inch, 84 hundredths to be specific. Atlanta, though, you get a little bit further south or north, they just had barely a trace. 0.02 is what they were recording. East Tawas had 1/3 of an inch. The Gaylord area about 13 hundredths. Gladwin, though, right close to 9/10 of an inch. The Standish area, as we said, looking at about 84 hundredths, and West Branch looking at right around 0.6 of an inch of rain. Alger talking just under 0.6 of an inch there. Going through the remainder of the day, very little in the way of moisture. We're on the downside of the system. The system itself is centered over western sections of Lake Ontario. It'll wind up over New Jersey tonight, which is the reason why we're going to see some clearing out here rather rapidly as we go into the afternoon hours. And don't be surprised if about 3 o'clock this afternoon you see some sun. Unfortunately, we're just not going to be able to shake these cool temperatures. We're only going to be looking at a high of about 69, so not much warmer than what we are right now. Looking at a low tonight of 55 with mostly clear skies. You'll see a sunset 8:40 tonight. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:42. Mostly sunny skies. High pressure over Arkansas is going to be pushing some warmer temperatures our way. Clearer skies. Unfortunately, it looks like there's a little bit more unsettled air that is going to be moving up into the north central parts of the continental United States, and eventually they are going to be working their way here. So tomorrow, 80 degrees for a high with sun, 62 for a low, a southwest breeze right around 8 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, 74, so a little bit cooler for a high, 53 for a low. Cold front will be moving through as we go into the afternoon, Thursday afternoon. So we'll start off with sun, but then the clouds and scattered showers as that front moves through. But by Thursday night, we're going to be looking at clear skies after a high of 74 on Thursday, 53 for a low on Thursday night. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Right now we're looking for partly to mostly sunny skies all those days. Middle 70s for a high on Friday. Low 80s on Saturday, upper 80s on Sunday, and the middle 80s on Monday. Record high in the state, 96, set back in 1944. The record low, 43, set in 2004. A year ago, our high was 79, and our low was 57. Incidentally, the wettest August the 15th on record, set back in 1951 at 1.69 inches. So, and that's measured at the airport. So we came pretty close to breaking that record set back in 1951. And the month of August is shaping up to probably be one of the wetter Augusts we've had on record. We'll get a little bit more information on that. That's about it as far as the weather is concerned for right now. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Rick Hollister from the Andersons and Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment. Those farm all tractors, yeah, they do it. They farm all. Why? Well, they have a horsepower range of anywhere from 35 to 140 horse. So depending on the job that you need, the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth will pair you up with the right farm all tractor. They do carry a wide range of Case IH Compact Farm All Series tractors, so you're going to find the right fit for your operation. Anywhere from the Value Pack Compact Farm All A to the Deluxe Compact Farm All C and C Series with cabs. The tractor does it all, so no matter what you're doing, Can Do comes in red. And it's called Farm All. Find out by stopping by Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Rick Hollister. And Rick, what a day for you to do the markets here.
Yeah, it's markets are lower across the board. There's just very little that's positive when you look across the whole spectrum. Even the equity markets are lower today. Energy markets are sharply low. Crude oil, is down a couple dollars a barrel. So everything's kind of getting pulled lower. Malaysian palm oil, which affects our soybean oil and soybean prices here in the U.S. That's the mainly traded oil in the world for vegetable oil. Has been sharply lower the last 3 days. Getting a little recovery today, but that weight continues to pull on soybean oil as well. It's a little higher today, but has been lower. So corn down 8, beans down 15, and wheat down 15 more. So there's just this lack of demand. And our crop conditions report last night, Terry, shows improving corn and soybeans both in the eastern grain belt here. Illinois and Indiana and Michigan all showing improvement in the crop condition reporting. So just more weight than what the market can hold up to, and we just get so few announcements of demand that it just feels like we're really looking for somebody step up and see if we can get these U.S. crops to be competitive in the world market. Chinese swine production is expected to be higher this year, so their corn usage should be good. We heard of some flooding in some key corn areas last week in China, but little pieces, a little maybe bit of sunshine on the horizon, but hasn't been enough to turn the downslide here lately. And the U.S. dollar strength this last 3, 4, 5 weeks, the U.S. dollar has clawed back all the losses that we got in a hurry there in mid-July. And back in mid-July, early to mid-July, looked like maybe the demand side for export maybe was turning a little more positive for U.S. crops. But boy, the dollar has clawed back all of those losses, which keeps us, less competitive for export. So just in general, the market just is really looking for a reason for people to buy into it, but just not finding much to go with here.
So right now, what do you have on the board?
Yeah, at Hemlock right now, corn for August at 488. New crop corn for fall delivery at 409. January is 448. Old crop beans at 1290. New crop at 1245. January is 1280. Red wheat's 521. White wheat currently at 586.
Well, keep those feet dry, all right?
Okay, we'll do her.
All right, talk to you later. Rick Hollister over at the Andersons. Yeah, speaking of dry feet, right now, quite a change from what we had been seeing. Top soil moisture in the short to very short category is under 10%, and subsoil moisture is under 15% right now. And again, that is statewide. Over to Oppenheimer we go with Doug Klein. The market report brought to you by Freeland Bean and Grain. Got any questions about those crops out there? It looks like there's going to be a few people a little concerned with what's going on with all of this wet weather and maybe some warmer weather as we move into the weekend. Might be a good idea to get a hold of Vic Huffer. He is a certified crop advisor at Freeland Bean and Grain. He will help you take care of your business to get the most out of your crops for this fall harvest. Freeland Bean and Grain, serving you since 1983. Where serving you is their business. And by the folks at Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. Got a party, got an event coming up, and you need to supply the food? Not a problem. 989-894-5531 is the number. Just tell them what you need. Tell them when you need to pick it up, and you're all set for your event. Don't forget, Kryjak's is also a great place to dine in. Corner of Cass in Michigan on Bay City's south side. Morning, Doug. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Well, no golfing today, so everybody's back to work.
I like the jet ski idea once it warms up.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know if I want to buy the fuel for it, though.
I know, because you got to use wreck fuel, so that's even worse.
Yes. Wow.
Oh, boy. So retail sales came in today. They were okay, decent, above expectations. So Treasury yields hit about a 10-month high today. So meaning bonds went down, and then the expectation of interest rates going up again One of the Fed governors was out. He said, "Well, inflation's still too high." La-di-da, la-di-da. So that's got the market in a little bit of a funk. The ruble has been going down quite a bit. So Russia had to raise interest rates to keep money from fleeing Russia. I mean, if you can get out, you better get out, because when you lose, you lose. Just like when Hitler lost, you had a bushel basket of currency to buy, a loaf of bread or whatever. So that wasn't good. But so some news over on this Hawaiian thing. They're blaming Hawaiian Electric for their grid, going down or melting down and causing this fire. But I got to thinking it could be just these eco freaks that have been charging their cars, and overloading the grid, swamping the grid, and there you go. So I don't.
That's not a wild theory either, because
think about it.
They're experiencing some of that in California right now.
Exactly. And then this Canadian wildfire is like, oh, we can't cut these trees because it's it's eco-suicide. But hey, I'd rather have them cut trees than burn down the continent. But I don't know. So I'm just thinking outside the box. But anyway, that never gets me anywhere. So
No.
I'll just shut up. All right. So here's your numbers. September corn, 468 3/4, down 7 cents. December corn, 480, down 7 3/4. November soybeans, 1312, down 14. March soybeans, 1326 3/4, down 10. September wheat is 602 1/4, down 13 3/4, and December wheat 627 3/4, down also 13 3/4. So energy all down today. They kind of sort of expect natural gas to go down, or is going down, and maybe get worse this afternoon, just because of demand numbers. Of course, I don't get it, but again, above my pay grade. Crude oil is 80.81, down $1.70. Heating oil is 303.55, down 5 1/4 cents. Gasoline is 287.91, down 2 3/4 cents. Natural gas is 329 1/4. That's down 7 1/4 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3475 Canadian. That's up 16 ticks. The dollar buys 145.37 yen. That's down 17 ticks. The euro's at 109.28. That is up 24 ticks. The dollar's at 103. That is down 18.5 ticks. There's no relief in precious metals either. Gold's at 18.95, down 15.60. Silver's 22.66, down 4.8 cents. And platinum's at 893.40. That's down 13.40.
You have a great day, Doug.
Thanks, you too.
We'll talk to you later. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, purchasing local soybeans, processing local beans, and marketing local Exceller meal, which is a high bypass soybean meal for your dairy herd. They've been doing that since 1991. Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Matthew, who's up next?
Up next, we have Eric Sawatsky from Yonyo.
Eric, good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great, Terry.
Deaths and taxes. Is that what we want to talk about today?
Unfortunately, they do go together, at least the way we've been going for a long time here. I wanted to talk about something that many people don't realize. So, I think a lot of people are kind of aware of the concept of a step up in basis when you die. If you have investments, you own land, and it's gone up in value over the time that you've owned it. If you were to pass away, those investments, that land, whatever the market value is, the date that you die, your trust, your estate gets to use that market value as the higher stepped up number to calculate any gain when those assets are sold. So that's always been a positive thing, and it's something that's been threatened by Congress at times to get rid of. And it's a big part of planning for succession planning for farmers and everything. But the piece that we don't always talk about is you can also have a step down in basis. So in the times that we've been in the last few years where the market fluctuates or is down, there's the potential that your asset could actually have gone down in value and be worth less than you bought it for when you pass away. In that case, you don't even get credit for your original purchase price. It's now the new market value when you died, which is lower, and you may end up paying a gain when those assets are sold. So it's something to be aware of when you're planning. If you're really active with managing investments, or you're thinking about selling a piece of land, when those values are down, it's a good time to take a look at whether it makes sense holding on to the asset, selling it, and not putting yourself in that position. But it doesn't happen as often, but it is possible that the value could actually be worth less, and it could actually hurt you from an income tax standpoint.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to you, it's like the simplest things turn out to be really convoluted.
That is very true. I mean, there are so many things that on their surface seem simple. And then, you get down in the weeds, and things are not always as simple as they seem.
No, not at all. Eric, thanks a lot. You take care. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Sounds great, Terry.
All right, Eric Sawatsky over at Yo & Yo Accounting. Jerry Samolsky joining us right now. And Jerry, I had a comment from a listener in Bay City. Shut it off. I'm assuming he's talking the rain.
Yeah, I would assume so. But Terry, I happen to be in Louisville, Kentucky right now, and we're with a bunch of colleagues looking at nurseries and landscapes. And last December, they were just hit hard with frost. Their boxwood and holly and a lot of plants really got frozen back. And it's odd that we up north did not have anything near that. So sometimes some cold damage occurs even when we're in a typically colder environment. We didn't get it. They did. So, what do you do about your plants? How do you protect them? Sometimes it's just no protecting them. Mother Nature is just going to do what she's going to do.
Yep, you got that right. Jerry, you take care. We'll talk to you again, all righty?
Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Jerry Samolsky. Along with us right now, we have Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Craig, good morning. How are you?
Hey, we're good, Terry. How's everybody there? I heard it's a little wet getting in.
A little soggy. Before you know it, harvest is going to be here. I hope we get rid of all this rain before that.
Yeah, that would be helpful. We were awful dry earlier, and now we're wanting the water to shut off for a little while.
Yeah. So, getting ready for harvest. What are your thoughts right now?
Well, it seems like we shouldn't even be talking about it, is the first thought I have, but the calendar says otherwise. And before everybody gets busy out in the field and doing early dig sugar beets and all that fun stuff, we got to talk about a few things. And one of those is if you're hiring some help for the harvest this year, you might want to talk to your agent about getting a work comp policy if you don't already have one. Everybody knows that work comp policies pay medical bills, but there are also some other benefits to them. If your help takes time off from a regular job and they get hurt while working for you, it would pay their wages to a certain degree. And unfortunately, there is also a death benefit from a work comp policy if something really catastrophic happens. So it's a good place to spend your money from an insurance standpoint if you need that and you have employees, even if they're seasonal.
Good advice. Craig, you take care. We'll talk to you again.
All right. Thanks, Jerry. You
bet.
too.
Okay. Let's check in right now with David Anderson over at Baird and see how the folks in New York are doing. What's going on, David?
Hey, good morning, Terry. How are you?
Good.
Well, the markets are doing a back-to-school sale today. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 261 points at 35,046. Volume of 269 million shares. Got the NASDAQ down 82 points at 13,706. Volume of 322 million shares. S&P is down 30 points at 4458. Locally, Deere is down 667 at 430.98. Caterpillar is down 676 at 277.79. CMS Energy is down 58 cents at 56.41. Dow is down $1.31 at 54.07. DuPont is down $1.22 at 75.47. Corteva is down $1.19 at 50.81. Huntington Bank is down 29 cents at 11.41. Independent Bank is down 28 cents at 20.20. GM is down 58 cents at 33.49. Ford is down 16 cents at 12.03. Mosaic is down $1.27 at 39.34, and AT&T is down 7 cents at 4.
We'll talk to you again soon. All righty.
Yep, take care.
Will do.
Hey, new car and truck shoppers, are you ready for the summer sell down? Can you believe it? It's already summer sell down time at Cook Chevrolet Ambassador, where we've been building inventory for the best offers of the year. First, check out the very best offer in America. The Chevy Blazer is now starting at only $260 a month. Think about that for a minute. A sharp-looking mid-size SUV, a $38,000 vehicle, and all you pay is $260 a month. Take that